Nerds, we all love tabletop RPGs, that's a given. We all enjoy pretending to be various manners of fantastical creatures and sitting around the table with a few of our closest friends, spinning yarns of adventure, both mighty and mundane, and facing horrible and awesome foes with naught but our wits, a set of curiously poor rolling dice, a character sheet that's been so min-maxed and number crunched it's illegal in 3 campaigns in a few small countries, and a slew of handbooks, guides, and monster manuals that would make the Encyclopedia Britannica say, you might be overdoing it a bit. And that's all fine and well. But what if we want to break from the hardcover compendiums? We want something with less heft and front-loading, and that's a little more straight to the goddamn point. We want the path of least resistance from paper to table, so let's get minimalistic. Let's get concise. Let's get under 1,000 words. Let's talk about One Page Tabletop RPG. Welcome to episode 41 of The Hills Have Nerds, the only podcast that can take minimal prep and turn it into maximum chaos. I'm one of your hosts, Josh, and with me is Aaron. Did he actually freeze, or did he do that on purpose?
You froze in the middle of
You
the
actually
robot.
froze. You actually froze trying to freeze.
No,
He did.
I was fully doing the robot, and then both of you froze. And I was like, "Oh no, Josh! Oh no, it's me!"
All right.
That I lost it. That was
So we got Aaron. You guys may hear a third unfamiliar voice here at the round table of nerddom. We are joined by Miss Allie, aka Fairly Grimm, on YouTube and Facebook. Allie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I like being here.
Well, it remains to be seen. Let's
Yeah.
wait. You give it time.
It's a little early to say that.
Okay, we are but mere moments into this episode. Let's wait.
The 5 minutes I've been here so far has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely only been 5 minutes, not an hour. and a half.
Only 5 minutes. Yeah.
Waiting to see if anybody else was going to show up for the episode. So, Allie, you're new. You're new here. You're a nerd in the hills. So we want to know who you are. Introduce yourself. Let the people out in listener land know who Allie and Fairly Grimm are.
Well, I'm Allie, Fairly Grimm. I make silly videos on the internet about D&D monsters in Appalachia. I try to put together. I'm currently trying to put together a zine called The Tomb of Hollers. About what D&D would be like here in Appalachia, different monsters, stuff like that. And yeah, I like tabletop role-playing games. I like D&D, obviously. Video games. What other nerdy stuff am I into? Comic books. I think I have all of the Fables comic books. And are puppets nerdy? I like puppets.
I think so. I think you can be a nerd about anything.
Yeah. Okay, puppets, Muppets. Yeah, that's my flavor of nerd.
Now, do you own puppets?
Yes.
Can we see
Do
one?
I have to go get a puppet now? No.
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
kind of gotta. You kind of gotta go get
Okay.
it.
You have options. Do you want? You have 3 options. You have. I held up 5 things. I can't.
I know.
Puppet I made. Puppet I paid way too much for.
We can make a game out of
You have
this.
2 options.
Don't tell us which one is which, and we will guess.
Yes.
We
Okay.
will guess.
So, okay.
For
I will go
puppets.
get a
Our
puppet. and I will
selection
do that.
was all 3.
Yeah.
We're all 3.
It's all 3. All 3 puppets.
Pick number 3, my lord.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so we're gonna
Unfortunately,
guess.
I picked one of the big ones, and now I had to figure out how to put my headphones on.
Did you only get one? Oh, she can't hear us. She ain't got the headphones on.
Did you pick one that you have to put on your head? Is that why you couldn't?
No, I
Oh.
have the big one.
You know what?
Or-
To hell with tabletop RPGs. This is a puppet episode now. We're doing
This is a
puppet.
puppet episode
What?
now.
That is adorable.
Wow.
That is
That's
amazing. Okay, so we have to guess whether she paid for that or made it. So what
I'm
were the
gonna
options?
guess.
Hold on. What were the options? Were you
Oh.
made it, you paid too much for it, or what was the third one?
No, there wasn't. No, I thought there was a third. There wasn't.
Okay.
I guess it was like I paid too much for it. I made it. And it's not that complicated. Those are the three.
Oh, third option
Okay.
was she was lying and didn't actually have any puppets.
I think
Yeah, I guess.
I
That was a
think she
random
made it.
random puppet hair just flying.
I think you made this one. I
I
think you
think
made
she made
this
that
one.
one.
Correct. Was
Yeah.
it the fact she's looking in two different directions?
No, I mean sometimes
No.
puppets can be cockeyed. You got a cockeyed puppet. It's
This
all
is
right.
this is the first one I ever made, and it's not very functional. It looks very nice, but like it's.
So
It's
do you
more
do
functional than any puppet I've ever made.
what is it?
Oh, it's like a jackalope. It's
Yeah,
got
that's what I was
hair.
gonna ask. Is it like a jackalope rabbit? Do the arms work? Do you have like the little things for the arms?
I don't have the arm rods on this one. I have like clip arm rods. Oh god, there's fake hair flying everywhere.
You know technical term arm rods? Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say sticks that make the hands go.
Yeah, the hand sticks. Ugh.
You got hand sticks on it. Well, that's
I can
awesome.
go get a hand stick. It's over there somewhere, but I don't want to drill this anymore than I already have.
I promise you, this is probably some of the most interesting things that's happened on the podcast in a long time. That's really cool. So, what do you do with the puppets? Like, where did the love for puppets come from?
Well, I'm gonna put her down.
No, I think she needs to stay.
I want you
Oh,
to
no.
use the puppet to
Yeah.
talk the whole time. Yeah. I would.
No, I
If
can't.
I had a puppet,
The
I
hair
would
is
use it.
flying. Like whatever. Like I'm trying to remember what the name of like the stuff I used for this is. It was like some long, like meant for like furry pillow things that I found at Hobby Lobby. But it's like literally every time I move, it's just I see another little thin nylon hair floating around. But what was the question? Sorry.
So, why puppets? Like, where did your nerddom for puppets come from? This is a very unique nerd. We have not had a puppet nerd on before, so I got a million questions. We will get to One Page tabletop RPGs in a minute. You people wait. You people wait.
I have always wanted to have the ghost of Jim Henson on the channel, so
Yeah.
this is the
nice.
closest we're gonna get.
That would be. I would love to be co-podcast guest with the ghost of Jim Henson. That's a dream of mine, actually.
That's what we're doing
I have
this
a Jim
Halloween.
Henson shelf over there. That's one of my 2 collections that I need to post to the group.
We're
chat
gonna
from
summon.
the last episode. you did.
We're gonna summon the
Yeah.
ghost of Jim Henson this Halloween, so we get to possess Allie. All right. So why
That's a dream.
So why puppets?
Why puppets?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Why puppets? Well, I always liked the Muppets growing up, and then I'm an artist. I like exploring different ways to sort of do that, and I really love storytelling. So when I never really thought of puppets as like something that you could, I guess, do creatively like that, because I think that's partially because like people like Jim Henson and like you see the old like Sesame Street cartoons, and it's just they made them so real you don't think of it as like, oh, that's something I can do for a long time. So like I want to say like I was a fan for a long time, and then at some point I was like, oh, I could try to make one of those. So I did that, and I actually I took a puppet graduate class at UConn. And yeah, no, it's fun. I don't really.
That's awesome.
I'm a member of Puppeteers of America. I don't really get to do much with it though. It's just it's something that I really like, but I don't really get to do much with it.
So
I'm impressed. I love Muppets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
there's find me somebody that doesn't like Muppets or Sesame Street or any of that, and I'll find you a miserable bastard. Like,
I know one. I know one who's right in there.
What? There's no way Brittany doesn't like Muppets.
No,
Is he
no.
frozen again? Is that, or is he
He's
just doing a
frozen
bit?
again.
I have no idea if he's doing
No.
a bit. He's frozen.
No, he's frozen. He's
Of
not
course.
into moving at all.
Of
was
course, he froze like the Disco King. Like, Brittany doesn't like
No.
Muppets.
Brittany doesn't like Muppets.
Is it like-
she likes Sesame Street? I hate the Muppets.
She's like scared of them. She is scared.
No.
Is she scared of them?
You afraid? Yes.
She is scared of them.
I want to buy a puppet just to be like.
So what's that
There's
one's
There's
name?
somebody I know who's like afraid of Big Bird. I can't remember who it was, but
I-
they were terrified. Of, like,
I
Big
believe
Bird
that. I
for
see.
whatever.
You seen the thing? Big
You know
Bird's
what?
eyes are like the Cookie Monster and Big Bird. Their eyes are front facing. They're ambush predators. That's yeah, like that thing. Its eyes are front facing. It's an ambush predator. It's like that's.
I
Out
would
of-
believe it.
What's her name?
Out of any
Or
Muppet to be
his name.
afraid of.
God, it's been so long since I've made her. I can't. That makes me horrible. I've forgotten her name.
Forgot her
We
name.
don't even know. You could have made
I
up. anything.
gave her a name. I completely forgot it.
Well, there you go. Write in. Let's name Allie's puppets. Out there, suggest your names. Comment at the bottom of this episode, YouTube, wherever you're doing. Let's name Allie's puppet. Most
She has no
upvoted
voice
comment.
because
wins.
she has no name. She has no voice.
You said you had two.
Yeah, where's the other one?
Oh, there's more than just another one.
How many puppets do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can we see one more?
You can.
And you noticed
Okay.
we had to choose between three.
Yeah. Which 3 would you like to see? Would you like to see another smaller one I've made, or do you want to see the fancy one?
I want to see a fancy one.
Yeah, let's see if
Okay.
it's
Yeah, let's see the
Okay.
here's your one chance, fancy. Don't let me down.
Alrighty. I will go get it. I'll be back.
one with the
Here we
puppets
go.
now. Oh, I see.
Oh, the big reveal.
I thought I would be able to do it. The hubris.
The
second time.
hubris.
Yeah.
This must be
Yeah,
some
let's see.
puppet. She's like,
Gotta heave the son of a bitch.
It's
I'm
an entire
having it
picture.
hold the arm rod in its mouth while I try to get this thing. Okay. There we go.
Oh,
wow.
it's got the little arm thing. Can you
Yeah.
throw your voice?
No.
That you hesitated like you can. No, hold on.
No, it was like,
Nope.
There was a
No.
second.
I wish I could.
There was a moment where you thought you were going to try and see.
It was delayed. We're over the internet.
Yeah. That's so cool. So what is
Yeah.
that? Was it like a bat?
no.
This is made somebody on they have a TikTok and they have a YouTube. It's Furry Fingers. They make this, and this is their I think it's called a snoz pattern. But so yeah, it's kind of it's just its own little monster goblin thing.
Oh,
Like
okay.
its nose is.
It
So-
kind of looks like a Fraggle.
It does look like a Fraggle. They have more of a like a Fraggle pattern too. I love the Fraggles. Who would have thought? But
Fraggle Rocks.
yeah, love Fraggle Rock.
Just got the dark crystal on
But yeah.
repeat in the background.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite Muppet?
Who's your favorite?
Muppet movie?
Yeah.
My favorite Muppet movie. Oh God, I am not entirely sure on that.
Or show, I guess.
Or just
Yeah,
your favorite
well-
Muppet?
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Well, it would be so lame of me if I said Kermit.
Why?
It would be so entirely lame of me.
He's like the
Because I
best.
feel like he's the
He's the leader,
he's like
right?
the de facto. Yeah, he's the what's it called? The straight man.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
easy.
I
being
like
green.
Kermit a whole lot. But then I also like was it Red from Fraggle Rock is cool too.
Mhm.
I like her a lot. Yeah. But yeah.
Who's your favorite puppet?
Probably
Aaron? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Alec. What were you gonna say?
no, that's fine. I think I finished my thought.
Who's your favorite puppet, Aaron?
My favorite would probably either be either Pepe the Shrimp or Rizzo the Rat. from the
Okay,
Muppets.
from the Muppets.
Mhm.
Fantastic answer. Yeah.
I think
I have I have Muppet miniatures for like a game too.
like the tabletop Muppet game.
Mm-hmm. Like I made a one shot for my 30th birthday that was like me doing like a Muppet. I trapped them in the Muppet Show, but like horror. But it was like a romantasy episode.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry, I've derailed your whole podcast.
No,
On
no,
accident.
you have
In
made
the
it,
best way.
Allie. You have made
In
this
the
so much
best
better
way.
than it was going to be ever.
Oh yeah.
Like this has been
I
amazing.
really like the one page one or the
Huh?
one page RPG.
We're getting there. We're getting there. I had a
We
great
will talk
segue.
about
We
that,
were going to
yeah.
segue from your Muppet one shot because I was going to ask you, oh yeah, how many pages was that? How many pages was your Muppet one shot?
Well, it was a Muppet one shot, and it did end up being a one shot because my friends are very, very nice. It was 72 pages.
Good God.
I wrote it and
That's
I was like, oh,
light.
it's not that much. And then it's 72 pages.
Did you
And it took us 6 hours.
did you DM it as the thing, as the puppet?
I did not. I
Oh,
did
that would
not
have been
do-
so good.
I should have. I did not.
That would
Missed
have been
opportunity.
incredible.
It was a missed opportunity.
We got it right here. You've heard it from the Hill 7 Nerds. Don't steal this, people out there. Puppet D&D. We do Critical Role, but everybody's a puppet.
Everybody's a puppet.
I've got enough puppets to do it.
We could do it. We could do it right here. Nobody steal that. Nobody steal that.
Original idea. Do not steal.
All right, so your thing turned out to be 72 pages. How much better would it have been had it only been one page?
Probably so much better. Probably infinitely better because I am. So that was the first time I've ever wrote my own one shot. So it was way more wordy than it needed to be. I felt the need to like write down every room description and everything. It was bloated. There was a table in there for the different magical props you could get in the storage room and their stats. And it was longer than 4. So
That gives you something to build off of later on, right? So you can return to that, still have that magical table to apply to other things. So it's not a loss. It's not work dedicated for that sole project and then gone. You can still apply that to other things.
True. They survived that room, which may have killed them. So I'm pretty sure I gave them a good majority of the things on that table in the end.
Okay.
So it worked out.
All right, so we're here to talk. We're not here to talk about puppets as much as I would love. I would spend the entire 90 minutes talking about puppets. I would. That was great. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, Allie, we're gonna do a Muppet puppet episode,
Need to do a
you're
Muppet episode.
yeah. Congratulations,
No,
Allie. You are
that's
now
Our guests.
obligated to
great.
do another
You've-
episode.
I would love to. I love puppets. I love everything that the Jim Henson company has done, basically. So I'm all for doing puppets.
All right, but we're here to talk about One Page TTRPGs. And anybody who's been following the podcast, we are hurtling towards the 3-year mark for the Hills Have Nerds. Our second episode ever was the history of tabletop RPGs. And that was with a friend near and dear to us, Pat Tackett. May he rest in peace. He's not dead, but sometimes he looks it. We invited Pat to be here tonight. He couldn't. He had some other engagements. But he was on that episode. We talked about the history of tabletop RPGs from TSR, Gary Gygax, its humble beginnings at his wargaming parlor, all the way to Wizards of the Coast and what tabletop RPGs have become now, where we have, multimedia conglomerates that are just making millions upon millions of dollars off the backs of everyone else's inventiveness and ingenuity. But that inventiveness and ingenuity is alive and well in nerd culture. And not just in giant books and compendiums that you gotta, that are 400 pages with amazing art and you gotta get 16 different volumes. Sometimes getting into a role-playing game could be as easy as just writing some rules on a page and there you go. And we talked about that. Didn't we, Aaron?
We did.
In episode 2, how easy it was to role play and how easy it was to create like some rules. You got some dice, you got some buddies, you got an idea, you can figure it out.
Go for it.
And that's what a lot of these have done. So, when we say One Page TTRPG, what comes to mind for you guys? Don't everybody jump at once.
For me, a tabletop RPG on one page. So, like 10 candles is what comes to mind to me. For me,
So what? I mean, what
something
is
that
an earmark of that? Like, what is?
it's simple. Like, so we've talked about how simple and easy TTRPG can get, but to a point, it's simple. For us, it's simple. But for somebody to actually look, you have to buy the book. Buy the book, and flip through. Always purchase your books for all your RPGs. I just want to point that out. But that you have to flip through. So you got your character creation section. You have races. You have classes. You have all of your stats. You've got magic items in just your player handbook. One page TTRPG is literally on one page. And if you go by one page rules, it could be front and back. But
Yeah. Is that real? So we've seen that before, right? Allie, have you seen those in these one page tabletop role playing games?
Yeah, I've seen them. I think I've looked through a few of them, and I think they're really interesting because, like, as somebody who like wanted to get into it or had been into it in a while, but then the group just fell apart time and time again. It's just finding new people to try to get into it with. It's always this is really a lot to take in at first. So I feel like it could be a good way to like bring people into it too, because you don't need
Yeah.
all of the dice for the majority of them and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think we see that a lot. So what we're talking about, if anybody's listening, so we are talking about they are rule systems for either tabletop role playing games or just tabletop games in general. That the community we nerds. Typically, these are like homebrew things. Rarely do you find a single page that is by some type of gaming company or like a larger name publisher or something like that. They're usually somebody's work of love. And it is a single sheet that tells you how to play the game, what the goal of the game is, and how the outcome goes. And sometimes those are front and back. So they kind of stretch the definition of one page, right?
I mean, technically, it's on a
Yeah.
one piece of paper. That's, like I said, that's most of them. They front and back they count as one page because it's still one page, even if it's what page one, page two, front and back. But
So just one single page of paper, right? And there are thousands of these out there, and like Allie said, and like Aaron said, they're typically rules light, which you kind of got to be, but there are some pretty complex systems that are on these pages. Like doing some research for the show, I found a ton, and we've played some. I mean, I've probably played about a dozen of them over my course of tabletop role play. I mean, typically we fall back to Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, like the big ones that we have the books for, and you got to have the player's guide, and like Aaron said, the player's guide and the keeper's guide, and then the monster manual and all these different things. But there's something so attractive about just here's a single page of rules, go for it. This is it. This is all the setup.
I mean, was it Honey Heist?
Yeah.
It had everything to even set up a scenario on that one
She's
page.
got it. You got it printed out? Yeah.
Look at
that is it.
Hey.
So Allie has brought
another page for the GM, but like
Yeah.
But this is front and back.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
You've
one page.
one page.
I did it at a disservice.
Put it on 2 pages. It's blasphemy. You're never allowed. You're heretic to the church of one page.
I'll say myself out.
Just you got to be replaced by the puppet. The puppet's going to come in for the rest of the show.
Oh no.
But yeah, so it's really cool. What I've found with these things, and I'm going to have links to a ton of them in the show notes. I'm doing better about that, people. So under this episode, in the show notes, in the description, there'll be links to a ton of the stuff we talk about. Maybe not all of them, because we're going to talk about a ton of them. but they're really cool, especially if you're looking for something different for like a night of play, right? Like if you have a regular group and your regular groups maybe come to the end of a campaign or the end of a book and you're ready, you just want something different. They are great. They're so good. You're probably not going to get a giant campaign out of them, although you can, with some of these things. But it really just kind of depends on how much you put into it. One of the things that I note about these single page rule sets for TTRPGs is that they are very hit or miss. Did you guys see that in like your research? As far as quality, they are hit or miss.
Oh, well, when mass production comes out, what's it? Quality over quantity.
Well, these are. What do you mean?
When everybody's pumping them out, there's going to be some.
Oh yeah, when everybody's okay. I thought you meant like they were being mass produced, and so they were just mass.
No. When everybody's making a TTRPG, some are going to be hit.
Yeah, some
are going to be misses.
And have you guys saw any bad ones?
I didn't see. I saw ones that I wasn't personally interested in, but I didn't see any bad ones. But that's not to say I scrolled past so many because I'm like, no, that's not necessarily interesting to me. So I suppose are they bad? I don't know.
Well, I think for me, bad for these is so if I'm looking at what I'm looking for in a one-page TTRPG, I want it to tell me its mechanics, whatever its mechanics are. Like I need to know its mechanics. If it has classes, like clear, concise, what the mechanics are, and what the end goal is. What am I trying to get out of this? Now, as far as like world building stuff like that, like that Dungeons and Dragons does with source books, or Call of Cthulhu does with source books, or whatever other insert role playing system X does with source books. For these things, I think a lot of the onus there is on your keeper. I think because they're rules light, sometimes with some of these, especially the ones that lean towards role playing, like Honey Heist is one of them. And then Crash Pandas. Crash Pandas is a game where you are playing raccoons in race cars.
Is it raccoons in race cars? It's like raccoons in driving a car, I remember.
Yeah, Crash Pandas. You're a bunch of raccoons all trying to drive the same car, looking to make their names in the dangerous world of LA street racing. Driving is handled with a blind bidding system that can see you all try to turn right at the same time and smash the car into a wall. but that's kind of what they are. And then like Honey Heist. So Allie, do you want to give us the synopsis for Honey Heist?
So let's see. Honey Heist. Oh, do you allow swearing here?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will not swear.
Huh?
So that's
I swear all the time. The first episode you listened to was the April Fool's one with Steve and those guys, and they cursed more than we've ever cursed on it.
This is like that. So the top it says it's HoneyCon 2017. You are going to undertake the greatest heist the world has ever seen. 2 things. 1, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. And 2, you are a gosh darn bear. And then it's got a bunch of tables for, a descriptor table for, what kind of bear you're playing. Like, it's got, like, rookie washed up. And then you get to pick your, the kind of bear you are, which is, like, grizzly, polar, and then you get certain things you're good at based off of that. And then rolls. And it's only got, like, 2 stats, and it's super simple, but it has all the pieces that you need, and I like the concept of it a lot.
What are the 2 stats?
I can't wait to play this one.
I was gonna say, what are the stats?
What are the stats, Allie?
Oh, what are the stats?
The stats are you start with each 3 points in each, and the 2 stats are bear and criminal.
That's your stats. Allie, what
Those are your 2 stats.
What happens if either of those stats max out or deplete?
Okay, so
we love Honey Heist.
So if your criminal stat ever reaches 6, you are lured into a life of crime and betray the party. And if your bear stat ever reaches 6, you flip out bear style and lose it. Presumably to be picked up by animal control in half an hour or less.
No.
Or so.
To me, so talking about these things, and I wanted to wait a little bit before we talked about specific examples, but I think it's hard to do that.
Yeah. We have one page.
Yeah.
There's so many.
To me, Honey Heist, from all the ones I've looked at, Honey Heist is like the perfect one. Just because it's very concise with it's very clear with what the goal is. What it is presenting to you is very clear. It's very, it's role play forward. The setup is really good because it has a few tables to get you going. Right. And I think that can be a weakness with some of these one-page rule systems or these one-page tabletop RPGs where they have a great idea. Like it looks cool and then like the text on it looks neat and they've designed them really well and they're eye-catching. But when you start to read them, it's like, well, okay, well, how do I do this? Like you needed somebody who didn't know how to play this game to read your rules because there's a ton of holes in this thing, you know. But Honey Heist was really good about it. You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I didn't notice this. So this is the one I found. This one first because I had saw an ad for like a collection of one-page ones, and I'm like, oh well, I'll go see if they have those separately and get a PDF, and that'll be what I do. And so I got this one, and then when I started looking on itch.io for more, there were so many of them were like, this is inspired by Honey Heist. It's like this uses like a Honey Heist like system. I was like, oh, I picked the best one.
It's so good.
But yeah.
And there's so Aaron, you talked about 10 Candles. I think 10 Candles does like the thematics of like it creates atmosphere with minimalism.
Yeah, 10 Candles is very, very RP heavy for sure. It deals with some dice rolls, but it's not a big lot. So it takes place in a world that has gone dark. There's no longer a sun, and you have 10 days after the sun has gone, and all of a sudden the world has been played by them. It is up to the DM to say who them is, and this is the party living there, doing a quest or doing whatever the DM has set up after the world has gone dark. And it's set up by 10 candle lights, the little tea candles usually, set up around. And when you make rolls and you have a bad roll, you can actually use a burn to where you can actually put out a candle. You can actually burn out a candle to help improve your roll a little bit. But it is mostly RP heavy, and once all the candles are gone is when the game ends. And it's very super like creepy, atmospheric, because you're supposed to play in the dark with the 10 candles and everything. So it's one that I looked at. We talked about playing and I never did.
I've been dying to play it. I really want to play because something that I think you left out there and that is really cool about 10 Candles for me is it's post-apocalyptic like you said, but it is like your characters die at the end. That is known. That is you're not getting out alive. There's not like your characters do perish at the end of this. And at the beginning of it, what it suggests you do is you create trigger warning, context warning to people here. You essentially you record your goodbye message.
Oh yeah.
Like it encourages you to record your goodbye message, your character's outro kinda, or like a message of hope or survival, like what you would send to your family if you were abandoned on a desert island. And then at the end, after it's went and your scenes have passed and all the candles have went out, and once the candle goes out, it doesn't get relit. So whether the cat jumps on the table and knocks a candle over or whatever, the candle's out. Right?
Yep.
So once that's all over, everyone then listens back to after you've done the role play and done the scenes and done the adventure, everyone listens back to their original recordings, you know, that, you know, we may or may not have heard. It encourages people to record them, you know, by themselves. So everybody's hearing them for the, you know, everyone's hearing mine for the first time, or Aaron's for the first time, or whatever have you. And I just think that's really cool. And I think it can be powerful. I think it, you know, probably needs to be handled with a little bit of couth, right? But it depends, right? Who you're playing with your table. I think it sounds neat. Like, I really, really want to play.
Well, that was the reason, you know, we talked about me trying to DM something, and it seemed like a simpler system, and you know, I liked the atmosphere and everything of it, so I was going to try to DM it,
No.
and then we never got a chance to do it. So,
Had you heard
still
of
have
10,
a chance.
Have you heard of 10 Candles? Allie, had you ever seen it?
No, I'd never heard of that. That sounds like super interesting. I found one that was like a survival horror that was like, you know, sort of the end of the world, and it had like a they you had to kind of determine, but it wasn't physical like that. I think the one that I found, it was like We That Remain, and you had to get like cards, and then that would be how you decided like what happened next to the game. I think stuff like that. I might be thinking of a different one, but yeah, that sounds super interesting. Like, it has the physical aspect like that with the candles. That's super neat.
And it creates.
It was.
I think it creates a genuine sense of dread, or not dread, but like anxiety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that you kind of want in your horror role playing, where like if the candle's getting low, it's like, okay, I need to do something, because the scenes stop right when the candles stop. So if we're doing something, if not necessarily, even if you, like Aaron said, if you flub a roll, you can choose to put one out. But if something bad's about to happen and you're about to die, like a character's about to get taken out early, you can then put a candle out. Like, no, and that saves that character for the next. And then we move on. We go to the next scene, and we just kind of resolve we kind of resolve at the table how that played out with the character making it, and then we continue on. So it lets, you know, players grab that stuff. I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've read the book, but I remember it talked
The
about
page,
candles.
the one page, not the book.
I say book. The page.
The
I mean, they
page.
can be books. You can fold them. I've seen ones that are like zines that are technically like little books, but they're made
Yeah,
from
it
one
was
page.
the one page. Since I've read the system, the rules, and I remember it talks about the 10 candles is supposed to be hope in the world. So the idea is that as they go, it's hope fading out.
Yeah.
And when you start out, it was you got to tell a vice and a virtue. Like, you got to tell something good and bad about the world. So not just the DM, but everybody's helping build the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we see a lot of that with these? I think I've seen a lot of stuff like that, where it's this communal world building at the beginning of the session with these single page rule books, especially if it's a role play heavy one, which a lot of these are, because there's not a whole lot of substance to the rules of it. You can't have a ton of substance and be on one page. So it does put a lot of onus on the people at the table to do the world building, to kind of do the role play, to get into character, on the DM to be able to roll with punches and do a lot of improv. Honey Heist was so much improv. So much.
On both sides.
Yeah. Well, I mean, role play just in general is a lot of improv for the player all the time. I think even if we're playing D&D and Pathfinder, you're still reacting to new information as the player, and you're reacting to a good amount of new information as the DM. But there's a bit of like comfort as a DM that you can get into, where, okay, well, I know these beats. I know this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And if they do this, then maybe I can try to lead them back around to this. And so you do have to kind of roll with it in the moment. You have to be able to be flexible, but you still have kind of your spider web of points laid out with that kind of that world building that these books provide you if you take into that for these larger scale games. But for Honey Heist, it was like, we're going to roll on a table 3 times. It gives me a good setup. And then after that, it's like, dude, you go for it. Because these guys, especially playing with Aaron and my wife, And who was it? It was you, Brittany, Cody, Elizabeth,
Zach.
and Zach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
And they
So
were
many bears.
so many. Well, we had one badger. We had one honey badger.
Yes.
Honey
Is it-
badger.
Did you use the additional hat table?
We
I
did.
forgot
Yes.
to mention.
Yes. Oh, you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. You
That's
have to
how-
use the
That's
hat.
how we decided. I think we ended up deciding as a group. That's how we were disguised, and when people saw us, they thought we were people as long as our hats were on.
Yeah. Well, that was
If our hats
Fantastic.
fell off, they saw us.
that
as
was
a
your
bear.
disguise. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
just-
great. Like
Yeah.
I
And
got
they-
to be. Mine was a sun bear with a. I think it was what are they called? I think bowler hats.
There are
is what mine-
some
AI
AI generated
Yeah.
pictures on the Facebook
Yeah.
of the Honey Heist characters. Don't torture us because we used AI to generate our Honey Heist characters. And every single one of those pictures is an actual thing that happened in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was what
You didn't commission an artist.
We did
to
not-
make a rendering
for our
of your bears.
for our single night of roleplay. We poor people in the hills did not commission an artist to do
Monsters. Animals.
I know, right? What miserable. We're the problem. We really are. We're the problem.
Drained a whole lake for.
Somewhere there's a carp just gasping for air because we had to cackle at this honey badger and his fez.
I'm just picturing a Magikarp.
I hope so.
Commission art if you
That
can.
was sarcasm. I think it's okay.
Well,
Commission
good.
artist. I am one. But
Allie
You know
said
what I mean?
she's pro AI and all you woke idiots need to.
You heard it here.
You heard it
folks.
here. That's what Allie said. She's pro AI and all you all need to get up.
I think if you're, how I feel about that is like, I feel if you're generating a few pictures every now and then because it makes you and your friends laugh, you're not the problem.
I created an
Maybe
AI
that's-
just to generate AI images all constantly, 24/7. It just comes up with new things to generate.
I have an AI that generates pictures, AI images of Aaron generating AI images.
Deeply, deeply cursed.
Yeah. It's done some weird
Uncanny
stuff.
Valley in the most.
But so what I was getting at is, do you guys find that with these, since they're a single page, that it does kind of lean more towards like do we feel like these are beginner friendly? Like if I'm brand new to tabletop role playing games, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, I've never played Call of Cthulhu. Do you think these are where would you encourage somebody to dip their toe into these first before they did something like that?
Allie, did you have anything to say?
Oh,
before
I didn't
start
know
on
if
our
you
big
wanted
rant?
to cover.
You go right ahead.
No, oh, so you have a rant. Okay. I think depending on the one that you pick, then yes, because like I think that's what these things are sort of like designed in mind to do, right? Because if they use dice, then they make a point to use like 6-sided dice, so you don't have to like make the trip to a hobby store or whatever. You can pick one out of whatever board game that you have and use that. And I think I've seen a couple ones that like call for miniatures that they're like the same thing about. It's like, oh well, grab a thimble or whatever different objects you have nearby and use.
Dice
So
and
I
a
think it's-
thimble. We can
it's
just
meant
break into
for-
Monopoly over it.
But yeah, I think they're definitely meant to. Like they do the thing they have going for them, which is like I don't know. Once you get into it, I think, like you said, there's comfort in all this rules and in all the rules and all the lore and the knowledge that like if you're missing something, you can just pluck that and then put it in and you have that. But then when it's just this, you're just trying to think of stuff with your friends, right? Like
No.
there's not a lot of structure, and so it's improv and it's storytelling. But that's like the core of what this is at the end of the day. So I think it's a good intro in that way, that it's not entirely too bogged down with stuff. So yeah, I don't know if that was very
No.
concise or not.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, no. That mine was my point of view is very similar. I think it's great as far as rule heavy, that it's really good for intro for people because like you said, like Honey Heist, you got 2 dice, you got 2d6, you got d6s that you roll. It wasn't 2 dice, it was like a bunch, but you have a d6 and that's it. to roll. But at the same time, to get someone into it, because all these are very role play heavy, that is a different story. Because a lot of people, that I feel like that's where a lot of people struggle the most with D&D, and most RPGs is really the role play.
Right. I didn't think of it like that. I guess, but also when you put it in this context, it makes me think like there's less. Like you could just be like, well, there are no rules. So the fun part is you just get to make up whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's like, so like you can maybe after you get somebody into it, and like it can translate to D&D and they get more comfortable with how I would think of maybe. That's why
That's
it's
true.
like better for. Yeah.
See,
But there are a lot of people who have decision paralysis.
yeah,
They
that's
cannot make up things on the spot,
Yeah.
and they
That-
need a structure.
that to me. If I had an experienced DM diving in to run one of these for people who are new, I think it's perfect. I think that's great. But I think you have to have someone who is familiar with the way that a TTRPG should go. Because if this is your first, to me, my worry, if this is somebody's first foray, and I'm not trying to say it shouldn't be ever, because I'm sure there's groups out there that break the mold on this. But what I've seen from new players is, one, they're very averse to, or not averse, but like timid about creating something in there. Like they need something. Well, what do I do? Like, what am I? Okay. Well, okay. You find yourselves around a table in the back room of Mother Maybell's honey bar. You're beginning to plan a heist. What are you doing? I don't, what do you mean? What do I do? What do I do? Like that's the thing. Like if they're not familiar with how a tabletop RPG goes and kind of the pacing, I think it can be problematic with these rules light systems. That's why I think like quick start guides are super great. And I think they're kind of this adjacency, this love child between these one-page rule TTRPGs and our big guys, where we can get these quick start condensed things that get them into these bigger, broader worlds and give them a little bit more structure to get going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like I get
guess
what you're saying.
I think no, that makes sense to me. Like that totally makes sense. I think a part of it that I guess I was thinking is like Honey Heist. I think they must have made like a slightly different worded because of that, gosh darn in there that it totally says gosh darn and not another word. But like this one, I'd first seen it because it was in like one page RPGs for kids. So I guess maybe I was thinking of the frame. Yeah, so they reworded some stuff. But like if you're a kid, like you're still probably actively playing pretend every day. So yeah, I can pretend to be a bear. Let's go.
Yeah.
But like if you're an adult, it's like, okay, I'm a bear. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I come from like my thought is it's not so much again the role play of it, it's the mechanics of the role play of it. Like if I'm a player and I don't have a character sheet in front of me, if I go with somebody who's brand new and I say you got two stats, it's bear and crime, and and as a DM, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, like the way I'm setting it up to react to those two stats, to put them in situations where those stats can become useful or to kind of lead them through. I mean, it can be fun. I think the chaos of that would be absolutely fantastic. I think it still leans itself towards you need somebody at the table who kind of gets an idea, has an idea of how these things would go. And I only say that in that I would, if someone was brand new, I would suggest them to get quick start rules for one of the established big names before I said go to Honey Heist, or something like that. That's all I'm.
Yeah. That makes sense. Sorry, I took your topic and then I sort of like touched on a little bit and then circumnavigated it. But
you're
I
good.
think like that's true. Like if I was trying to run Honey Heist or like this other one that it's Sexy Battle Wizards.
What is Sexy Battle Wizards?
And I had no context for how to like build off of the limited rules, then it's a mess.
Yeah. So tell us what sexy battle wizards is. I don't mean to interrupt what you said, but you said sexy battle wizards.
No, it's fine. I said sexy battle wizard, and I didn't think about how it was gonna derail my whole point. But yeah,
I do
obviously.
want to know what sexy battle wizard is.
I said, well, it's like the artwork is very
Very sexy.
yes, very sexy.
Yeah.
So you are a sexy battle wizard. You are a member of the College of Rant, an organization based in a magical flying castle that roves the land, looking to avert arcane disasters and fight injustice. You have precisely 0 authority to do this, and the cops hate you. You are wanted in several countries for collateral damage caused whilst saving the world. And you have 3 stats. You have sexy, you have battle, and you have wizard.
Makes sense so far. Frank.
Well, we're getting infinitely more complex here. We have 3 stats now.
3 stats rather than 2.
Rather than 2.
Yeah. And then a good majority of the sheet. Are you gonna say?
I thought you were going to say you were wanted in several counties for some reason.
Yeah, I thought, the first time I saw it, I thought it said counties, and I'm like, oh yeah.
It hits close to home.
Yeah, relatable. Let's see, but a majority of the sheet is just like tables for like different things that your character can be. How is your character sexy is one of them. It's like, why is your character sexy? And it's like a game master section. Let's see. If an NPC isn't kissable, think, could I make them kissable? It's like
I think about that every day.
I think a good GM's always doing that. Like, you don't need a
Right?
if you're a good GM, you're always wondering, how can I make this monster fuckable?
Absolutely. Like the first one, like this, not the first, the second one shot that I made. It's like I didn't think of any of the characters as being like that, but then I threw my players in there, and they they changed that very quickly. Yes, the romantic relationships that sprouted from those NPCs.
It's just little horny terrorists you're dealing with the entire time at the table. That's all it is. That's all being a DM is trying to wrangle little horny terrorists.
I need that as a sticker.
Little horny terrorists. But one thing I'd like our listeners to take away from this is we have talked at length about 4 games so far pretty much in their entirety. That is how easy picking up the rule sets for these things are. They're so great. Like I said, especially, I mean, even if you're brand new, still give it a shot. I highly encourage you to give it a shot. And they're so easily findable. There is a one-page RPG jam. Do you guys know about this?
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Allie knew about this?
I've ran across it a little bit when I was looking into all these on itch.io.
Yeah, this is a yearly community-driven one-page RPG submission jamboree. I think I was watching a video on it the other day, and in 2025, they had their most submissions ever, and they had over, I think, almost 1,000 submitted just in 2025. And several hundred submitted in 2024 and several hundred more in 2023. And you can find those, just Google it, and it has lists for all of them. And I think 99% of them are free. It's just people that are sitting around making their stuff and putting them out. A lot of them seem like they're in competition to be extremely illegible when you try to read them. There was one... what was it? So we've talked about Mork Borg on the podcast before. Have you seen Mork Borg, Allie?
Mm-hmm. I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
I ran a Mork Borg session for Pat and Aaron that ended with them. Did you sacrifice a guy to an old woman and
we left the guy in the well.
Left the guy in the well, a hairy well, with a husband and wife lich team who were arguing. Aaron and Pat could not stop rolling 20s the
It was
entire night.
the hottest
It was
I've ever rolled in
insane.
my life.
It was so. I genuinely thought they had loaded dice. I bet between the two of them, Allie. Now, Mork Borg is not a one-page rule, but its rules reference, like its quick start stuff, is basically one page. But they rolled, I would say between the two of them over the course of the night, 16 nat 20s. It was unreal.
You only get one of those.
Dude, I needed to take
You
them
only
to
get one of those in
Vegas.
your whole life.
Needed to take them to
Yeah.
Vegas.
It was that day.
Yeah.
You should have took
It was
that.
unreal.
I'm pretty sure I bought those dice that night
Yeah, but
because I think I borrowed some.
so Mork Borg, if anybody's ever seen, and Travis, I'm going to send you a picture of Mork Borg and see if you can put it up on the screen here. We do notes to the editor, Allie, so feel free to say a note to the editor if you want to. Travis is our editing goblin who couldn't be here. No Travis, no Lee, no Cody tonight, everybody. Travis had to work. Lee just didn't show up because he's better than us and he wants us to know it. And Cody
And I broke
is,
Cody's legs.
I quote, no, I'm telling him exactly what Cody's doing,
Oh.
his Green Acres ass. What he sent here. Hold on. Where's our podcast chat? Cody said, I gotta go.
Go chase horses and goats down. Maybe fix a fence.
I gotta go chase a horse and goats down and maybe fix a fence. If you ever doubt,
I respect it.
there are nerds in the hills. We
It's fine. I have puppets we can put up for them the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, just...
we're gonna
That's my editor's note.
we're gonna do something with that. But Mork
That's what we
Borg
really need.
is
Puppets
very
with
style puppet. Mork Borg is very stylized in its layout and its art direction. It's like if black metal was just blurted onto a page, right? A lot of these one-page rules look like that, and I don't know why people do that. And some of them are so hard to read. Like I can't read what you're wanting me to do. I can't read this.
Yeah.
Good thing I wrote my one page TTRPG in wingdings.
Yeah, pretty much, man. They wrote it in wingdings. I'm trying to find a good example of it. Dead simple. But this
You're not
Oh,
doing
it-
right, Josh. We gotta go like this one,
And
and then
but-
we do it in edit. We put it
I
up
didn't
there.
I didn't print.
Yeah.
I didn't print shit out. Didn't print nothing. Didn't print nothing. But there was one Cold Steel or something like that, and it's robot fighting. You are in an arena and you're doing battle bots. And it's a lot less role play than it is just like a tabletop game.
A miniatures game, yeah.
Kind of. It's not
Okay.
even miniatures, man. It's just dice. And there was one that was Snail Caesar. I saw that one, which was it looked like it was just rolling dice to fight, and there wasn't really any role play to it. And I don't know why it was called Snail Caesar. The snails didn't really come into play because they had a shell stat that could have been a shield stat.
Were you killing like snail Caesar? Was it like
No, it
Roman
was just
times?
yeah.
You didn't play snails in like Roman times?
It,
or
would-
anything
I
like
guess it was
that?
like a gladiator arena, but they like tacked on the snails afterwards. Well, I was reading through it and I was trying to like figure out why are the snails? Why is it important that you're snails? Because Honey Heist, it's important you're bears. That's a key thing. That's one of your stats is bear.
Yeah.
You know, and in Snail Caesar, one of your stats is shell, but it's shield. Like it's just, because it's defense.
Mm-hmm.
But
So are you playing actual snails though?
you're not really playing anything. You're rolling dice, and whoever gets like the higher rolls wins. Kinda.
So we needed more snail characteristics.
Yeah.
It didn't make me believe I was a snail.
It was super role play light, like role play guidance light. And there's a couple that I've found that were like that had I don't want to name and shame too much, but that had like they were really cool to look at, But when I read through it, it was like, well, okay, but how the hell do I play this? It's not like you're telling me what kind of checks I need to do and what happens if I fail those checks, but you're not telling me how to do these checks or how to do.
You do the check. You roll the check.
Not telling me how to do any of that. There was
that was something I noticed going through. Is like because people don't have like a lot of room. The way that they have to explain the mechanics. Sometimes it's like they're using as few words as possible. So I'm trying to like sit here with the math symbols going around my head, trying to figure out like how this actually like needs to work in the game.
Lasers and Feelings did that for me. And I might just be an idiot. If you guys saw that one, Lasers and Feelings looks neat. You are the crew of the interstellar scout ship Raptor. Your mission is to explore uncharted regions of space, deal with aliens, both friendly and deadly, and defend the consortium worlds against space dangers. Captain Darcy has been overcome by the strange psychic entity known as Something Else, leaving you to fend for yourselves while he recovers in a medical pod. And it's got players create characters, you're rolling the dice, but it is a little bit more complex than it puts itself out to be. It's one of those things where I would definitely not suggest this as somebody's first 4 a.m., but it seems neat. But there's a couple things that it's one, like I said earlier, like you need somebody who doesn't know your rules to read your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who doesn't know how to play the game to read your stuff.
I'm going to go and make a one-page TTRPG called Snail People, and it's just going to be people in snail shells, and I'm going to make a very complicated system, but on one page of just like how you have to protect your shell and how it degrades over time.
Maple.
Yeah.
So we're all experienced role players here, right? We're part of the Cool Kids Club.
Never played one in my life.
We're the cool kids. We're the cool kids. We know about Dungeons and Dragons, right? We're the cool kids here in this world, New York. I don't even think we're the cool kids in this world. Allie's the coolest here because she has puppets.
Look at that backdrop. We got.
Yeah, you actually got a backdrop.
Yeah, that 3 days I spent crawling around on my living room floor like 4 years ago now, it's really paying dividends.
You got a fancy camera. We have headsets and microphones.
The last time
this one's just the one on my Mac, but I've got light just pouring into my eyes. So
your microphone changes colors.
Now I got one of those. Hold on. What kind of microphone is that, Allie?
HyperX, I think.
I got one of these.
You got a microphone you're not even using?
Dude, it's awful. It's so bad. It picked up everything. It picks up everything. And I don't know how to make it not pick up everything.
Less sensitive. Yeah. I don't know all the settings on this one. I have to just turn my air conditioner off to record anything with it because otherwise you'll just get the random mid-sentence and I'm like
well, I have Malcolm's around here somewhere, and so you'll hear and I have vinyl flooring. We have floating flooring, and so every now and then you just hear click 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 of my dog walking through the house. And that thing, that microphone, like, dude, you thought he was stepping over the microphone. It was all of it, a bit of it. All right. So
you can only use that microphone if you're in like one of those padded cells.
Oh yeah, I needed like egg crates everywhere. So any other points you guys want to make about about one-page TTRPGs and role-playing them, or advice for people running them, or anything like that before we get into some more examples?
Something I was going to say, and I wasn't sure at what point to say it, but like when you said that we were going to do this for the episode, I actually found there was somebody on itch.io who was selling make your own one-page role-playing game by Skeleton Code Machine, and it's like a 52-page like PDF, and it's like it's got some really cool stuff in it, and kind of like breaks down the mechanics easily of like this is what makes a good game, and this is what separates like a bad one page one like a bad one page RPG from like one that like functions and stuff. And it got into like a little bit of like good game design and stuff. But anyways, the point I was trying to make, it has this like list of like common elements in one page RPGs, and one of them is that it's made for like solo first. And so I think that's like a pro to it. So if you're like not confident in or I guess you don't really have anybody else to do like role playing games with, like it's something that you could sit down and try to figure out, well, this is how I would do this, or do one of like the solo journaling ones to where it's like a foray into it. You know what I mean? That's yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is I'm gonna make a note of that, and I'll make sure I link that in the show notes. I'll look
Cool.
it up.
Yeah. I can send you the link. I'll make a note.
Yeah.
But it's really cool, and it like links to like written like fancy papers on like game design and stuff, like a formal approach to game design and game research.
Fancy book learning from
Yeah.
from them New York people at the universities.
It could be New York. It could be. Yeah, and then they get into like, oh, what makes, why do people play games and stuff like that, or why do people have fun playing games? And yeah, it's cool.
I love the sociology of gaming. Is super interesting. I mean that's why we do what we do, right? That's why we all enjoy this, whether we can quantify it or not. We enjoy this stuff because we like it, and we like it because it does stuff for us. And the science behind that is always really cool.
Yeah,
it's serotonin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's all that this is like, not to like get away from what we're talking about, but it's like
good.
The different ways that people like it. So it's like sensation, fantasy, narrative, challenge, fellowship, discovery, expression, submission is the ones that like formal fancy article like kind of narrowed it down to. Sensation being just like
kind of
dice.
article you reading getting in that last one?
Things. Like no, like that's what I was saying. Submission, like I don't know why they worded it like that, but it's talking about like Animal Crossing. It's talking about like repetitive things that you do like over and over again. So submission, in that you're just submitting yourself to, I guess, the will of knowing you're gonna have to repetitively do this like over and over again, and you're like deriving some sort of like thing from it.
I remember that DM or that D&D campaign. Submit.
Yes.
No, see, some of these sounded really weird.
We all get to play Sisyphus.
Like, you didn't need to.
It's
You didn't need to put that like that.
roll a rock up a hill simulator.
No, yeah, because like sensation, the first one, it's like the way they worded that is like sensation is a pleasure and joy derived from sensory experiences. It's game as sense pleasure. It's just like rolling dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we like rolling dice.
Well, the tactile feel of that's why it's very different playing a tabletop RPG over Discord or on Roll20 rather, because we still roll dice on Discord, but playing over Roll20 and clicking a button to roll my dice versus actually rolling my dice. I hate clicking a button to roll my dice. Hate it so much.
Plus,
not the same.
That system never liked me. It always rolls bad.
Well, that's because you have weighted dice.
I think online dice rollers like me better, but I don't like them. Is the thing.
Mine don't.
I've rolled more nat 20s online than I have ever in any sort of game I've been in person.
Well, we tested the Pokemon tabletop out on Roll20, and it was just like 4, 8, 6, 3.
Yeah, he did. He did roll like crap. His Pokemon hated him too, so that was kind of. Yeah. They didn't respect you as a man or a trainer.
As a boy, it's Pokemon.
No, we were adults in ours.
You're not a lot of grown adults around with Pokemon.
Well, so our region in Pokemon,
gym leaders.
Our region in Pokemon, they were young adults. Just because I thought it was weird that people would let 10-year-olds go out into the wilderness with fire-breathing dragons and,
Yeah.
mincing child-hungry evil teams running around all over the place.
Yeah, it's like a whole genre in like Japanese. Like I don't know what it's called, and I don't know what it's about. But
It's
I know
shonen,
it's like
isn't it?
because it's that, and it's like I don't know the word, but I know it's that and like Kiki's Delivery Service.
It's
like
Magical Girl.
yeah.
That's Sojo. You know what you need to watch? You need to watch the Hills
Mm-hmm.
Have Nerds episode about anime because we went through all the different types of anime.
What's the number?
Shit, I don't know.
Right in
So,
So start with one.
start with one.
And then,
Hold on, I'll tell you anybody that's interested
Josh
in
has
this.
been replaced. He couldn't immediately name the number podcast.
We've been doing this for 3
Double
years. I don't know.
You don't have an encyclopedic knowledge.
I
Wow.
forgot. I forgot
Are
what
you
2
even a
episodes
host?
ago was.
Shame on you.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. The Hills
You don't have to. I'm sorry.
Have
I'm just.
Nerds. I'm pulling it up.
I can
You've
just
asked the
search it.
question. People are asking right now. They're sitting here champing at the bit. They're like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to go listen to that anime episode."
my mother's
Right
calling
now.
about it right now.
Huh? You talk to her. So answer with her on the get Lynetta on the podcast. Do it.
She tell you to stop cursing. So
Tell her
much?
I've only cursed once. I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Up
we're
and
almost
all
done.
out.
We're going to talk about some individual games here that we want to point out that we haven't already, and then we'll go from the anime hit episode 11. Episode 11 from March 28, 2024. Over 2 years ago. Holy cow.
Oh, my back.
Holy cow. Episode 11, Anime History Senpai, Get the Whiteboard. We dedicated that episode to the memory of Akira Toriyama. He had just passed away. Went out. But anyway. Okay. So we all like one-page tabletop RPGs. I think these are a good thing for the tabletop role-playing community.
Yeah.
We think people should try them out.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. They're super interesting, and because I guess like a part of them is like they're so like niche. Like they take two things, and then they wouldn't necessarily go together for the most part, and then they smash them together, and it's like super fun and different most of the time.
Like we said, it's a quick and easy thing to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the. I mean, it's literally it's RPG lot. So
Yeah.
So there are kind of two branches of these things. We touched on it a little bit through here. There's the ones that
that's a Y.
what?
That's a Y. 2 branches.
You're doing so good with your letters.
Thanks.
You are really doing so. Can we just take a
know.
minute and just? I'm so proud of you. He's been
Level education
has
has
been-
done wonders for me.
He has been practicing his letters so much. All you out there who have followed the Hills Have Nerds and have watched Aaron struggle to learn to read over the course of the history of this podcast know the amount of work that he has put into this. It is beautiful. It's honestly, it's up there with Miracle Worker, with the girl that taught Helen Keller how to speak. It is wonderful. And Brittany deserves all of the compassion and gratitude in the world for what she's done with him. It's just like that one lady that taught that gorilla to stop killing kittens.
I'm hoping next
Yeah.
she'll teach me little numbers.
She has turned a monster into a man. Really. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, so there are two types of these things that we've seen. One are the ones that kind of role play heavy. They do the basis of a world and let you guys, let us as players roll on tables or let the DM kind of do some rudimentary world building to get us in. And then there are those that are just games. They're almost like board games that you would bring to the table. It's just a single page board game. And that is one I wanted to talk about real quick for my example of one that people need to play. And that is Blood and Teeth. And it is also an example of one that they tried to make unreadable. Aaron would have a stroke trying to read this. This is called Blood and Teeth. it not only is it one page, most of the page is pictures. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5 paragraphs. Well, that they are, Aaron. So, rules. You roll 2d6 and either knock out opponent's teeth or knock them out. Make sure you have dice of different color, one for teeth and one for blood. This can be played with as many people as willing. The dice rules. Snake eyes. You lose a turn, but you still do damage and teeth. You still do damage and teeth. That's what that sentence says. You do damage and teeth.
Still do damage and teeth.
And teeth.
Wow.
Double
sounds
6.
Like I wrote this.
You go again. Teeth and teeth! Exclamation point. This is another highlight. This is a header. Teeth. Your mouth ain't too pretty. You got 20 teeth left. Try not to lose any more. And then blood. A man can only take so many. What? A man.
The way you said two.
Yeah, it is TOO. It is teeth. Oh, you only got 20 teeth, TETH left. Try not to lose any more. They did use the right your, though. Blood, exclamation point. A man can only take so many hits to the face. Lose 20 blood and you drop like a sack of shit. And then gambling. Nobody takes a hit the moneymaker for nothing. Place bets on who lose all their teeth first. Money, trinkets, caps, you figure it out amongst one another. That's it. You're rolling dice. It's just high rolling dice, but they've slapped this like polish. Polish is a strong word here. They've slapped this theme on it, and I don't know why. I want to play blood and teeth. I want to drop somebody like a sack of shit.
Josh, I think you've played it before with us. When I was Page 3, we used to play a game. It was just, we were bored, sitting around, and we played it called 5s and 12s.
Yeah.
And all you did was roll 2 dice, and you wanted to try to get either 5 or 12 out of 2 dice. And then you rolled 1 dice to do damage, and you had 5 health. That was it. That's all this is. Somebody just slapped a theme on it and was like, yeah, there.
So, but this is one of those things where it's like, how the hell do I play this? I don't know how to play it. It says you roll 2 dice and either knock out opponent's teeth or knock them out. Make sure you have dice of a different color, 1 for teeth and 1 for blood. This can be played with as many. So is you either knock out teeth or knock them out. But
all right, can we do a 20-person game of this?
The difficulty class.
Well, it's not even that. Like, what I assume is you roll 2d6. One is teeth. One is teeth. And one is blood. Do you do both of those? Like, if I rolled, a 5 and a 4, do I do a 5 and a 4? Do I do 5 to Aaron's teeth and 4 to his blood? Or do I pick? This is one of the
roll.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to play it. All right, let's not spend too much time on it. Who's got something else?
I just realized, are these just the fan fictions of tabletop RPGs?
100%.
Is that what this is?
This is TTRPG fan fiction. That's what this is.
When you were reading that it clicked. It just made me think of the fan fictions you used to read.
Aaron's having such a good show today. Like, this is just a great show for.
Is this AO3 or fanfiction.net? What is the...
I don't know what those hubs of debauchery, inevitable debauchery are. You can take your submission papers and go to your fanfiction.net. It's all right. Who's got another one? Come on.
I found one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
What you got?
I have spoken of the one that I know. So.
Yours was great though. I'd never heard it. I found one that was also, it wasn't a board game, but it was a party game, but it's a 1-page game that was kind of marketed as like a thing, but it's called Jolene. Jolene is a party game for 3 or more players. One of you is Jolene. You have come to take the men who've roamed this town away as tribute, as workers, as food, or trinkets or trophies.
Come to take their blood and teeth.
The rest of you have a man to save. Your man is precious to you. With your words, you must protect him from Jolene. When she leaves, one man will be left untaken, for Jolene is merciful as she is magnificent. And then essentially the rest of the game is that whoever's playing has to convince him not to take your man, whether that's through flattery, pleading, bargaining, or dissuade. At any point, Jolene can just decide to take your man and you're out. But it's the last man standing.
That is, that's incredible.
And it has
you have
optional
to have Jolene
rules.
playing in the background the entire time?
That's what it says. It's in the rules. Right there. It says
We can't stream that then.
it says
We'll get DCA'd.
yeah.
We can't. Hi, Malcolm.
Is it play Dolly Parton's hit song Jolene to the crowd?
That sounds amazing.
It does. And then it has optional rules. Moline. Players must state their case in a rhyming format. Serenade. Players must sing their case to fit Dolly Parton's hit song Jolene. And let's see here. Beowulf. Players must append their new case unto the list of their previous and state the full case each time. I don't know if that one makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah. So you every time you're making a new case, but you have to put it on the end of the last one you did and go all the way through.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's
sorry. Yeah.
That's the who would have thought listening to
I'll tell you exactly who would have thought. Adam Dixon and Thrin Henderson thought of it.
There you go.
I'm just saying that, like, listening to you describe what Jolene was, and then the subtypes where it was Moline and Serenade. Who would have thought coming after those was Beowulf?
That's exactly why they.
It's
like the.
That's incredible.
The next to last one too. That was on purpose. They started with Moline and.
Yeah, that's so good. The Aaron, do you have any other ones? I got a couple.
No, go for it.
Okay, and this is one we played. Aaron, did you play this one, right? You, Brittany, and Elizabeth played Everyone is John.
Okay, yes. I was like, you hadn't told me what it is, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes.
I was getting there. There.
You just like
for dramatic effect, right? So this is this one's called Everyone is John. It is a humorous, competitive role-playing game about playing the various personalities of John, an insane man from Minneapolis. You can put him wherever. One participant is the GM, or, in Everyone is John lingo, everyone else. All of the other players are voices in John's head. Everyone is John uses 6-sided dice. You really only need one, but might be easiest if every participant has one for play. And so the voices are the player characters of Everyone is John. So like you and Aaron would be the voices in John's head. They're defined by a simple character sheet. You have willpower, skills, and an obsession. The point of this is, so your willpower is a pool. You start with 10. Willpower is a pool of points that the voice can spend to take control of John. You're vying for control, which is you getting to choose what John's doing in this. Willpower is going to go up and down. You can use it to improve your chance of success for any given action. So it might be easier to represent it with tokens and numbers on the page. It starts off at 10. You have 2 or 3 skills, and they're just, you just kind of as basic as you want to be. You could say your voice is good with people, or your voice is drives well, or something. What was Brittany's was like she's good at karate, or something, and then Elizabeth's was speaks Spanish, or something. And you hide these from the other players, but you got to let the DM know. You can take a third skill if you start your willpower at 7 instead of 10, because the game's played until you bid willpower to take control of John. You blind bid willpower.
With you hit the dice in the hand.
Yeah, you hit your dice in your hand, and you bid, and that subtract. And if you win, you subtract that much willpower from your total. You take control of John, and you're trying to complete obsessions. And everyone has like an easy, a medium, and a hard obsession to do with John, and it can be something as like eat a piece of cheese. So it like the easy one was like it for what? What were your easy? Do you remember yours, Aaron? I know. I think one of them was like eat some cheese, do karate, and then Brittany's was like kill a man. Like for her hard one. Her hard one was kill a man.
Right.
And then yeah. One was like fight a gorilla or something. And it can be whatever the players want it to be. And it's kind of on the DM to take those. It's a very much an improv game where the DM takes these suggestions and tries to lay them out, and then the players are trying to navigate this world to do their obsessions, and they score points. If you complete an easy one, you score 1 point. You complete a medium, you score 2. You complete your hard one, you score 3. And when everybody runs out of willpower, the game's over, and everybody reveals how many of their obsessions they completed and how many points they have. And you win. And I think it's a lot. It's really cool. It's probably not the most like sensitive to people with psychiatric disabilities, but rarely is anything we do that PC. So we take everything with a grain of salt. Nothing we do is to make fun or poke fun of the differently abled. The absurdity of it is sometimes the fun of it. But this one for a competitive game was a lot of fun. Watching the guys try to like weigh, okay, I could bid this much willpower to take control and try to get my thing. And like, at one point you guys got locked in a crazy man in a gorilla suit's house. He owned a costume shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We were like climbing through the ducts.
Yeah. You're climbing through the ductwork.
Yeah. And I think one of mine was like do a stunt. I think was one of my things. And I ended up having to do that like crazy
that was
like flip.
So one of Aaron's obsessions was to do a stunt, like a stunt man. Yeah. And so he literally Happy Days Fonzie jumped the shark because they were in a costume shop that had an animatronic shark, and he ski jumped off of thing to get to the air conditioning vent to get in there. And this is all from like one page. And we had an entire night of fun of this thing just saying, hey, you guys are trying to take control of the narrative, which is essentially what it is. Right. You're vying to take control of it. Really, really cool. All right. You got any others, Allie?
I mean, I got a couple others, but like, nothing that I've looked into as much as I had the other ones. I did have one. I have not read a lot about this. I saw a video on it a while ago, but it was, it's printed a little big, but it's meant to fit on a bookmark, and it's a game with 3 rules, and it says that it's optional for you to have a game master, but essentially you just need 1 to 4 people and an 8-sided die, and you make up a story about some characters, and each character has 3 stats, physical, mental, and social, and the player picks 1 stat to give 1, and then another to give 2, and the next to give 0. And then when it's not clear whether or not somebody will succeed, they roll a dice, and then they add like a bonus to it, I think, based off what they roll. If the total is +5, they succeed. If not, they fail in a way that changes their circumstances but doesn't make them look foolish. But it's like very, very simple.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say where I found that is that Jenny D on YouTube did a video about it, and she played like a session with her friends, and it was just hard. for her, like it was cool, but then it was hard when they got into combat, I guess, because it was like I don't really have a structure here to go off of. How are people doing like damage and stuff? And so it was all like role play and improv and like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Who played that? Who is that?
Jenny D. She's a D&D YouTuber. She's really cool. Like different stuff about like how to like DM and like how to make your games better and world building, a bunch of cool different stuff.
I don't know
And
why
make
people would.
Barbies of her class.
I know why people need to
Yeah,
go listen to Jenny D. They can just come here to the Hills Have Nerds and get that.
I know, right?
Right?
True. I'm sorry. I'm redirecting. I apologize.
How dare you mention another podcast? Another person. No, we'll have a link. We'll have a link to Jenny D's stuff. That sounds awesome.
Sorry, I know too much. I've given you so like I feel like this is my second or third link that I've had.
No, dude. I promise you,
Josh
like
won't link.
30% of these are making it in. I'm gonna forget 90% of them going through this, trying to like flesh out. I genuinely do try to like listen back through, pull out all the links and stuff that I need to link to in the show notes for people, because I'm that guy that listens to a podcast and I'm like, ooh, I want to go check that out, and I won't do it immediately. I'll wait till after, and then if I wait till after, I'll go check the description, and if there's nothing there, then I don't remember, and I've already listened to it once. I ain't listened to it again, so we got through it. So I genuinely do try to put that stuff in there. But
He's gonna copy the last podcast episode. He's gonna paste that and then just change the title and be
That's
like,
it.
boom. There it is.
all right, we're gonna see what I'm gonna do at the end of this. But first, before we close out, Allie, anything you want to plug? Anything you want to tell people? Where can people find you if they want to reach out to you? If they want to talk to Allie, if they want to talk to Fairly Grimm, what is Fairly Grimm, by the way, which we didn't talk. Like, where can people get in touch with you?
So you can find me. I'm on Facebook, but I don't do a lot over there. I'm mostly on YouTube and on TikTok, and I make silly videos about being like a dispatcher who is sending like squads people's way to deal with like D&D monsters in Appalachia. And then, that's a lot of what I can do. So you can find me on TikTok and on YouTube at Fairly Grimm. And Fairly Grimm is something I came up when I was like 11, because I loved the Grimm's fairy tales, and there was this book series called The Sisters Grimm, and so I was like, Fairly sounds like fairy, and it also means that I'm fairly Grimm.
It's good.
Something that stuck around.
Works on both
the
levels.
sound of, so, yeah.
Better than most of the names that I come up with. Still.
Better than the Hills Have Nerds. Tell you that.
Yeah, that lame name.
Stupid name. So are you doing anything else? Plug your zine again. Talk about your zine.
Yeah, the zine. So I've been meaning to do another video about it for a while, because we were talking about earlier in the 5 minutes before the show started.
Yes.
That was that I originally set out to. I said, okay, let's do a zine. People, D&D nerds and Appalachia artists, writers, send in stuff, and we'll put it into a zine together, and it'll be super cool. And I said, oh, I'll do it for a month. A month's plenty of time. And then after it passed, I was like, oh, that was no time. I didn't even do all the stuff that I wanted to do for it in that time. So I've been meaning to make another video saying, okay, here's the new deadline. That's going to be like 3 or 4 months out. Yeah. Like, send stuff in. Because I've had a couple people reach out since then. It's like, hey, I'm sorry I missed this. Can I do this? I'm like, yes, please. Send in stuff. Deadlines or nothing.
I've definitely wanted to send. I've told you several times that D&D now. I'm like,
I'm
going to send that to you. I'm going to definitely send it in. I'm definitely going to send in some submissions. And I highly suggest anybody out there listening, send in your submissions to Allie at Fairly Grimm. So one more time, Allie, what are your socials? Where can people look you up?
Okay. So I'm Fairly Grimm on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. There might be a dot in between Fairly and Grimm on some of those. I'm not 100% sure on which one right now, but yeah, that's that is where they can find me.
Yep. And we'll have a link to all of Allie's All of Allie's socials in the show notes. So feel free to look her up. Go watch her content. It's hilarious. Those the Appalachian like dungeons. I just listened to the one where it was, I guess, somebody essentially describing a display. They hit a displacer beast with their car. Is that what it was?
Like, what are the stats on that pickup truck?
Yeah,
by the way.
Yeah. I loved that one. I just listened to that one the other day.
Somebody commented that, and I was like, "Hey, everybody rolls good. It was that truck's day.
It's got a crit."
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like the conversation, if you want to talk to us, let us know. We want to hear about your experience with single page tabletop RPGs. Have you played any? Did you like them? Have you made your own? Let us know. Email us at heelshavenerds@gmail.com. That's heelshavenerds@gmail.com. There is no the. Come on our Facebook. Come inside our Discord. We're having nerdy conversations there all the time. You can talk to all of us inside the Discord, talk about the episode, share your nerditry abounds there. If you feel so moved, tell somebody about the podcast. If you like the Hills Have Nerds, if you're enjoying the word of nerd, let somebody know. Most powerful ally we have is word of mouth. Tell somebody about the Hills Have Nerds. Leave a like, leave a share, leave a comment, leave us a 5-star review to help people find the podcast. If you are feeling even more so moved, you can go to Ko-Fi. You can donate to the Hills Have Nerds and help us make the podcast even better. We want to give a shout out to our kinfolk who help us make this podcast as amazing as it is. Brittany Johnston and Nick Rosa, thank you guys so much for everything you do. Check out Mystic Stitches for some Hills Have Nerds merch if you want to. Aaron, you want to give out a shout out to Mystic Stitches, Aaron's shirt thing?
MysticStitches.com. You can go there and check out. I have a bunch of nerdy shirts that I designed, and there's some Hills Have Nerds merch there, including your fully hydrated cat that you can show off to let everybody know how hydrated your cat is.
Let everybody know that your cat is fully hydrated. Check that out. Guys, thank you all so much. Allie, thank you so much for coming up and drawing with us. You're definitely coming back to talk about puppets. It's going to happen. Like, I will kill your character in Call of Cthulhu if you don't.
Fantastic. You do not have to kill my character in Call of Cthulhu to get me to talk about puppets.
I might do it
if
anyway.
You guys get a word, if you get a word in, it'll be a good podcast.
Those are the best episodes when we don't get to talk.
Sometimes I try not to talk. I mean, despite what the episode itself sounds like, I do try to shut the hell up sometimes. But that's it. That's it for this episode. We are shutting the hell up. We are out. Thank you guys so much. We have the three-year anniversary of the podcast coming up here at the end of May. We're going to do a live stream for that. Be on the lookout for dates and times. But thank you all so much. Make sure to check out Fairly Grimm and let us know about your experiences with single page tabletop RPGs. That being said, we're out.
And if you have $1,000 extra laying around, go get Josh, make him get your name tattooed on his body for the low price of $1,000.
Yeah.
If we all pitch in $1 for the price of 1 cup of coffee, we can get this man.
Of the days.
My wife, it's on there. My wife will leave me. If you pay it, I'll do it. I don't even know if that's legal.
Power becomes great responsibility. We will all pay to get his wife's name.
Yeah, there we go. She
there we go.
All right, we got to stop this damn thing. We're out.